I knew he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
What's up, guys? Qqq Capital. I want to go over how we caught three sets of QQQ puts today on the ride down. Now, as you can see, it's still selling off, and right now we're landing inside of a Qqq Cap demand. Notice how buyers are stepping up there. Let's take a look at SPY. Same thing, straight into that demand right here, the 600, 599 demand, big level there. Now, for Q, it was pretty simple, right? We were actually up pre-market. Q was up about $1.50, $2 pre-market here, and we're already near kind of all-time highs. As you can see, you know, we're opening up here. Now, I did this live, traded live, wanted to show the team, you know, it's possible that we kind of magnet right back up to all-time highs. We're inside this flag right here. So what I did though was right before open, kind of 15 minutes before pre-market, I like to draw another flag, kind of the pre-market action, right? And so I wanted to see, you know, if we broke above this kind of pre-market flag higher, then guarantee, you know, we're running to all-time highs, making new all-time highs. If we didn't and we failed this demand, Qqq Cap demand, it was a demand at the time all this, now is a supply, now that we're under. If we failed it and came down, then guarantee, you know, we're gonna come down to this demand and then lower. Now, that's exactly what happened. So I drew kind of these squares right here, these that are highlighted in orange. I call this kind of the sweet spot. And that's if we open up or get anywhere near that, you know, we should, you know, see the continuation. So I told the team, you know, this does look bullish and it looks like dips can get bought up, but let's not front run this. Let's wait for confirmation. So right before open, you see, you know, all this kind of start pulling back. And once I saw this right before open, I knew, okay, you know, bias aside, I don't think upside is going to be working. So I want to see where we kind of opened up. And so that's exactly kind of what happened. We opened up right at our sweet spot. I know it's really hard to see here because we've sold off so much, but we opened up in the sweet spot there, and that's where I slammed the 536 puts lottos. And as you can see, you know, that worked immediately going into this region right here. Exactly what we're kind of looking for, and we got a really good win off that. And then once we kind of lost this next part right here under this demand, because I didn't think we'd go lower. Notice how, you know, we held this demand yesterday and we played calls out of this demand for a really good win. Now, I knew we probably wouldn't hold this one, obviously, so I wanted to roll down, and that's exactly what we did. We rolled down to the 535 puts, and very good, you know, banger play right here as well. And then right about kind of halfway here at the 535 level, I'm rolling down the 534s. I did that live for just the members, Voice Live members that are on there. Separate service, of course. And they banked off that because notice how we caught, you know, this next move right here, and that's exactly, you know, what we're aiming for. Now, this was already getting around lunchtime. I expected, all right, we're more than likely going to hold this demand. Just knowing kind of how, you know, yesterday's price action, we held it. It's possible we hold it here. And so I had to look around the market. I see that everything was pretty much red, and I caught a banger Tesla short kind of the same way as it was kind of pulling down. I mean, I had this posted. And as it was kind of front running here, I was like, man, SPY and Q could sell off more here. So you wait for confirmation, wait for that first 15 to open up under that Qqq Cap demand. Notice how this one did. And once it did, you slam those puts and take that ride from 532 all the way down to 530, another $2.50 move right there. Beautiful on some lottos. And notice how we got back down to this fresh demand, fresh weekly demand right here. Notice how, I mean, buyers cleared the way. It looks like sellers and algos are kind of taking over, and we went straight down to this next demand right here. Zone to zone to zone, that's what we do. Qqq Capital zones right there. It works a lot better than anything else, I believe. And that's how we stay profitable. That's how I'm up so much on the years, on the month. I mean, we're continuously winning, and how I keep leading the team, you know, to banger plays. So notice how each one goes zone to zone. And sure, in retrospect, I could have sized heavy on the 536s up here and just held all the way all day. But again, I'm waiting for confirmation. Any point, look, notice how right here, the buyers did step in and they tried to, you know, fight it back and stop the bleeding before it got worse. And they were just unsuccessful. So you want to avoid that because that will destroy your contracts. And then wait for that confirmation, like, okay, now it's really going here. So wait for confirmation, wait for flag breaks, trend lines, look for things like that. Notice how, this has been a continuously, downtrend here all the way down, didn't even break. If you're looking at that. So very, very good price action. Everything was saying, we're going down here. We shorted Nvidia too at 137 right here. Zone to zone play. Pretty much, that was it right here. Took the puts knowing that we're more than likely just gonna knife. We saw Q kind of, doing the same thing. So I was like, all right, we can take more. So boom, all the way down right there to that next demand 136, and still going lower too. So very beautiful work on our end. Letting a couple runners run on QQQ all the way to the end here, might as well. They're so in the money, it's absolutely crazy. So beautiful work. About $10 down on Q, about almost the same for SPY here, and Apple's still somehow fighting green. It was very strong early for Apple, but very good plays, very good. I had a lot of watch lists that banged, absolutely. So the few plays we focused on absolutely worked, and that's all you really need. I didn't see any really other good setups other than, Tesla for downside, QQ, SPY downside, and it was beautiful. Same thing, you can see, rejected this, came to these demands, tight action, ended up getting the 605 purple line, and just rejected pretty much. So really good scenarios here, and you can see this is a big level down here weekly as well. So likely we just broke kind of uptrend here that we had, but we're rejecting all-time highs up here, and it's very tough. Market needs to kind of step in, but I'm not getting too bearish until we get down to 589-ish. That's where I'm more than likely going to be shorting pretty well, because if you kind of look, we see I have a huge gap under 589. That's what I'm looking for. So we'll see. We're still on the daily upside as far as super trend, so I'm not going to get bearish too much yet. That was a pretty decent rejection up there. And so we want to do less, and we don't want to front run anything. So it's exactly what we're going for. Let's kind of see what happens from here, right? SPY on the hourly is downward, but holding that 600. I can't get bearish until under 600. From there, okay, that's where, we're really going to see some things kind of step it up there. For QQ, I would say under 525 would start kind of trickling us back down. So we'll see. I don't like this area down here. We have a lot of support. As you can see, kind of the past few weeks, we've held it. So we'll see what happens next. But banger plays today. That's all going to be next week's problems. We're closing out this week beautifully up. Huge green. So loving that. Wanted to highlight, how we caught these banger trades today, and kind of give y'all a little bit of a recap to show y'all, a little bit of homework to watch it through, and kind of the life of the trader here. Notice, look at this. No buyers in sight so far, and if we end up losing under here, it's possible more puts could work going into Monday, but we'll see. I'm not going to probably swing anything. A very good plays today. I'm doing less, and that's it for the week for us. So doing less, taking my money and running. Want to have a good weekend, so of course you have a good week as well. This is a good recap. Like, comment, subscribe, share to someone that needs it, and join the team if you're not a part of the team. If you're seeing this, wap.com/Qqq Capital, get a part of the team, guys. You're gonna bank with us, bank with the team, bank with me. I'm giving out banger plays, setups, lottos, charts, all that. So let me know if you need anything. I'm out.